like to invite Reverend Dr. John Christo to come forward and invite all of us to participate. Reverend John.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to this service of peace. My name is Reverend Dr. John Christo, John, and I will be one of your guides and supporters on this experiential journey to your place of peace. With song, prayer, meditation, and sharing, we will support each other up our mountains of challenges and opportunities. It is appropriate that we begin with music to set the tone, the mood, and to support us in entering into our peace field. And here is Reverend Catherine Congdon sharing her offering, Ebb and Flow. Catherine?
Thank you, Reverend John. I wrote this song specifically for this service, Ebb and Flow. So listen, close your eyes if you'd like, sing along if you'd like, and let this song resonate with you. Peace is what I'm looking for. Can't find it outside the door. As I seek serenity, I need to look inside of me. I need to heal within, to heal without. Clean my own house before I can help others. Yes, I have to heal my heart and all my woundedness, so that my light can shine out to others. All around there's so much conflict, both within and without. We could feel helpless and hopeless, but we can find another way. We need to heal within, to heal without. Clean our own house before we can help others. Yes, we have to heal our hearts and all our woundedness, so that our light can shine out to others. We are all one people, loving, caring, and kind, compassionate and generous. Let it all rise to the surface. We need to heal within, to heal without. Clean our own house before we can help others. Yes, we have to heal our hearts and all our woundedness, so that our light can shine out to others. Won't let fear divide us, let the light shine in, removing the dark places, then reflecting out again. Embrace our brothers and sisters, find a place to meet. When love connects us, we'll have peace within. When love connects us, we'll have peace without. When love connects us, we'll have peace. Thanks for listening, and back over to you, John.
Thank you so much, Catherine. It's calmed me down. I'm in a different place from where we began. Thank you so much. Peace, the final frontier. As a planet, we've scaled many mountains, surmounted many obstacles, but perhaps one of the hardest peaks to attain is that of peace. At times, the climb seems impossible. At times, why bother? There are so many teachings, so many pathways, so many challenges, so very, very much pain. How does one proceed? Clearly, it is a worthy challenge, but does it have to be so difficult? Need it be attempted alone? But what if that path upward was truly meant to be a pilgrimage inward? What if we were meant to be riding like on the rainbow colors of joy and light and love and truth and beauty and harmony and justice and mercy? A most wise avatar once said, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." This is part of the larger teaching that begins with, "Come to me, all ye who labor and are heavily laden, and I will give you rest," also known as peace. We are all troubled at times, personally and planetarily. The challenges are everywhere, the suffering universal. But the solutions are also universal. Love, light, joy, truth, well, you fill in the rest. Why seek after what is real among the unreal? Seek first what brings you peace, and the rest will surely reveal itself. So today, even as we experience our own pain, our own suffering, and even as we feel the group suffering, almost beyond comprehension, in so many theaters of our shared experience, let us take the time to rejoice. Then we'll be truly prepared to begin the ascent upward, that we may know peace, and then peace may know us. Help us bring in together the light that is necessary to heal the world. The great Hebrew command, Tikkun Olam, is as much true for non-Jews as it is for Jews. It translates as repairing the world, but it must begin with ourselves. As we begin this service for peace, take a moment to reflect. What gives us joy? What gives us inspiration? What gives us peace? A teaching? A loved one? A pet? A memory? Find one or more things that are joyful to us, maybe even humorous. It will be a most helpful compass on this journey today. Is it any wonder there have been so many cartoons on that erstwhile pilgrim reaching the pinnacle, finding the holy person, the guru, and asking, what is the secret? What is the meaning of life? Invariably, there's a comic and sometimes a cosmic rejoinder. We need this humor. We need this lightness of being. The pain is truly so profound, only light can dispel it. Now, what of your life? What are you seeking? If you were to scale that mountain, what would you ask at the top of the mountain? Who or what would you expect to meet? Today, we'll help each other climb that most singular challenge, inner peace. Through music, prayer, meditation, visualization, song, and chants, we will enter into that most holy of holies, the true inner sanctum of our most cherished desires. And Catherine, help us with the agenda of the day so that we can understand the order that this might happen.
Yes, thank you, John. So the agenda, we've already had a song and John's welcome, but from this point forward, we'll have Reverend Dr. Bud James will be discussing the intention of this service. Then Reverend Laura Durr will talk about we're going to have candle lighting part of our service. To introduce our candle lighting, we're going to hear The Silence of a Candle introduced by Carla Leone. Then our candle lighting ceremony. That will be followed by a song that Reverend Dr. John Crisco wrote called We Send You Peace, that I will be performing, leading into his guided visualization, the Temple of Peace. We'll have our usual experiential sharing segment. That'll be led by Reverend Dr. Bud James. Carla Leone will lead us in a Metta Practice. Then Reverend Laura will wrap things up about extending peace, and our service will close with me singing another of my songs, Blessings of the Day. And that's our agenda for the service. Over to you, Bud.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Catherine. Let's talk about our intention. Our intention is clear for us. I want to make sure that we all understand what we're doing here today. And I want to thank you for attending our New Light Service for Peace. Our intention of gathering today is to provide a sacred and inclusive space where individuals from diverse spiritual backgrounds can unite in the pursuit of inner peace as well as global harmony. We must seek to find peace within, just as Catherine was singing in the song, so that we can experience peace without. We encourage all our wonderful participants to carry this torch of peace, this wonderful experience, the spirit of peace into your daily life. That's going to foster kindness, compassion, understanding, and it might even create a positive change by you simply being that beacon of peace within your community. Be that peace that you wish to experience. And I'd like to now invite Reverend Laura Durr to come forward as she shares our process of creating this particular service. Reverend Laura.
Hello, everybody. Excuse me. We all really enjoyed the process of creating the service. It was a wonderful collaboration. Peace is a state of being that is first felt in the heart and then extended into the world. It is a felt sense of being rather than an idea in the mind. The peace of God passes all understanding. So those of us leading this service, our process was to feel into the experience of peace and find as many words as we could to describe its different aspects and qualities. Rest, calm, ease, comfort, contentment, fulfillment, expansiveness, creativity, growth, confidence, stability, safety, connection, unity, communication, listening, understanding, forgiveness, healing, mercy, justice, love, compassion, freedom, joy, delight. From all of that wonderful soup of gorgeous energies, we distilled it down into 5 pairs of qualities: love and compassion, understanding and connection, healing and forgiveness, justice and mercy, unity and joy. We encourage you also to feel into peace and see what other qualities or aspects reveal themselves to you. Up next, we have Carla Leone, who is the director of the Rising Center in Concord, Massachusetts. She created this center to bring the benefits of mindfulness practice to people in a variety of settings, both private and institutional. And now to you, Carla.
Thank you, Laura. That was a lovely look at peace. And I love the concept of feeling our way into peace. As we begin to meditate on what peace means for us and light candles to illuminate these qualities that were just mentioned, let us listen to Ralph Towner's classic, The Silence of a Candle, sung by Teresa Thompson with the Paul Winter Consort.
words of fools about my ears, to hasten by the years the journey that I take through myself, the travelers that pass by me when I go my way, all reaching out to say their path can find the way to the truth, answers everywhere, promising solutions to my fears, but leading to homes with no doors in the walls, and lead me into darkness, but to close my eyes to all would bar the way for those who travel through. Silence of a candle burning in my room speaks softly of a peaceful balance to be found just beyond the road, within, without a right or wrong, with lanes for only one that solely one can see, and will know the stillness that resounds, singing songs of hope to light my way, drawing me near to a path that is clear, to free me from the darkness. And the voice within the candle whispers of a timeless peace that lies beyond. The voice within the candle whispers of a timeless peace that lies
What is a candle? Why do we light candles for anything? We know that some place something is going to respond. We're sending a message out. So as we light the candles, as the candles are lit, go inside your own heart and see what messages you seek to send to the world beyond the scene. And most importantly, as the candles are being lit and as you light the candles, be the candle, be the light. So I'm going to begin with lighting the candle of love and compassion. In the beginning was love, and love was with God, and love was God. Love was with God in the beginning. Through love, all things were made. Without it, nothing was made that has been made. In love was life, and in that life was the light of all mankind. This light of compassion shines in the darkness. And as we share this light of compassion with others and ourselves, the darkness will not overcome it. We open our hearts to the spirit of love and compassion.
I light the candle of understanding and connection. When we listen without judgment, we open the door to understanding. When we feel understood, a great feeling of peace arises. When we understand another person, a feeling of connection arises. Connection born of understanding creates peace. We open our hearts to the spirit of understanding and connection.
In my studies, I've learned that true healing is a journey of the mind, a shift in perception that transcends the illusions of separation and fear. Healing is not just mending the body, but the restoration of our awareness to the divine truth that we are all whole and eternal. By extending forgiveness, we release the chains of judgment, then invite the gentle embrace of compassion. Healing then becomes a sacred dance, a rhythm, a harmonious rhythm of letting go and embracing the divine love that's around us and has been within us all times. We open our hearts to the spirit of healing and forgiveness.
I light the candle of justice and mercy. To be just, acting honestly and fairly, leaving ego behind. To be merciful, reaching into our hearts to find forgiveness, compassion, love, and understanding. Our world expands as justice and mercy are practiced. When extended outwardly to others or inwardly to ourselves, it can be transformational. Let us open our hearts to the spirit of justice and mercy.
I light the candle of unity and joy. We find joy in unity. We find joy in inner unity when our heart, mind, and body are in balance. We find joy in unity with family, friends, and community when our relationships exist in harmony and balance. As we are interconnected beings, when we allow the energetic flow that makes the connections, that allows us to be interdependent, both within ourselves and with others. When we allow the energetic flow that we might call love to bring us to unity, we find joy. Let us open our hearts to the spirit of unity and joy.
We invite everyone to light your own inner candle of peace. I light this candle of peace. Let us all look inside and feel this inside of our hearts as we feel this inner candle of peace. May it radiate outwards to all and to everything in this world and beyond. We open our hearts and our minds to the spirit of peace. And perhaps now, as this light continues to burn in our lives, the candles that have been lit, let's hear a song about peace, a song that came to me, the words and the music. You'll have the pleasure of hearing it performed by Reverend Catherine again. Thank you. Over to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Reverend John, and thank you for entrusting me with this song of yours to play for today. We send you peace. And this was also another song that was written specifically for this service. We send you peace, we send you love. We've sent you messengers from up above. Give up your pain, let go of your fear. We're never far away, we are always so near. Take up the challenge, rise up to the cause, for it's only with peace inside you can live and let God abide within. Love's laws within, love's laws. From the Alpha there till the end, we're always supporting you, an eternal friend. Open your mind, fly with your soul, fill up all your heart space with a heavenly goal. Take up the challenge, at one with what's just, but it's only when truth can be. You can live in real harmony. Do what we must. Do what we must. We send you peace, we send you love. We've sent you messengers from up above, from up above. And back to you, John.
I could listen to you all day. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so very much. It has been said that humanity has been at war since we left the garden. Separated from God, contentious, struggling, wanting, killing each other. With that first bite of that first fruit of knowledge and duality, we have been always painfully aware of what life feels like and how it is lived without that direct contact with the divine. We seek comfort and relief from this expulsion by indulging our senses, focusing on our desires. We look to the outside to complete us. Sometimes this takes form that are highly pleasurable, but most often it ends up in pain and suffering. Are we forever condemned to these cycles of constant difficulty and seemingly unending agony? Is that our existential place in the universe? Is that what God wants? That same Bible that has so starkly laid out the basis for the suffering associated with being human has also provided hints as to a way out and a path forward. But the myths and metaphors of the Genesis chapters need to be reinterpreted in the light of love, understanding, healing, justice, unity, and peace. Having lit the candles to help us light our way, it is time to take that journey to the place of peace. Today, we will journey together, feeling the love and support of all those present, as well as all of the divine, loving, and wise agencies that help support and guide us in this journey to the abiding place of peace. There is much trouble in that place on earth we call the Holy Land. It is in part why this service has come to be. The unending cycles of misunderstanding, hatred, and violence, but that is over there. Let us begin by focusing on the here, on us, and all who are gathered in this intention of peace. The very word Jerusalem points the way. It is composed of two Hebrew Semitic words, Yireh, meaning abiding place, and Shalem or Shalem, a place of unity, wholeness, and completion. Shalem, whose root word is similar to the Hebrew word for peace, also connotes dusk, the completion of a day. So as we put aside all of the things that occupy us during the day, let us go into that wonderful evening where the light of peace can shine in us. So let's take this time, this sacred time, this to journey, but let this begin with an inner journey of visualization, a living meditation, whose promise is for us to meet the divine face to face. And let that be the true foundation of our own peace. This is the eternal covenant between the divine and humanity. It is also an eternal, unbreakable bond for those who dare to delve into the heart of peace. There are three simple questions I'd like you to think about and feel as we begin this guided visualization. The first is simply, what does peace mean to you, and how does it feel? Think about times and places where you felt peace. Think about that, but most importantly, feel in your heart, in your being, what it felt like and feels like. Second question, who would you bring on such a journey? A part of that would be the helpers to get you there. We need guides, Sherpas, people who know the way, but we also bring the people with us that need healing and help. For it is not for us that the journey is truly made, or for us alone, I should say, but for those whom we love, we care for, and their suffering. So think about the people you may know, people who are in need, maybe parts of your own self that need to come to the top of that mountain. But think of the greater world. Think of the suffering that is there. Think of all the pain. And let that help you in the journey, because the strength that is required to get you to the top will bring in many. And finally, a quick reality check. What's in your wallet? And by that, I mean, what is your current identification? You open up your wallet, and there you go. You got your picture. Maybe behind that, you got your license and Medicare cards or whatever you might have, and then money and credit cards and insurances. So who are you? What is your real ID? Think about that. What is your real ID? And basically, what are the resources that you have? What tools do you have to make this journey? Because we're going to be towards the bottom of the mountain. It's been paid for. It's not going to take money to get to the top. But what are your spiritual resources that are really in your spiritual wallet? And then what are your assurances for your health, for your well-being, for the car, for the vehicle that takes you there? Think about those metaphorically as we begin this journey. But find, first of all, a field as we begin this meditational portion of the process, as you think about all of these things what is the first place, what field, imagine a field somewhere, and what season is up to you, but it needs to be a place where you feel comfortable and safe. And sit down, imagine yourself sitting down in that field. There may be people around, beings around. You may be seemingly by yourself, but put your hand on the ground next to you. Feel it, whether it's dirt or grass or a blanket. Feel it. Feel it. Smell the air. Breathe it into your lungs. Fill it with your lungs. Feel the energy of the sun upon your face and the place between the eyebrows, and let that come into your being. Take in your environment, the smells, the sounds, and think of the joy of peace that you have felt before. But we're going to go to an even deeper peace. So see if there are beings around, friends around, anybody that is there with you. But just take a moment to be still. Just a simple 3 breaths to come in, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, 7 seconds, and fill your lungs with the joy and light of peace. And then gently release it. Release any obstacle or tension. And now you may feel the urge to get up. You might hear a sound or a light. It's time to get up from this place of current comfort of what we know and experience as peace. And we could see a hill, a mountain in the distance. And there's something at the top. There's some clouds perhaps just below the summit, but we know there's something there. And as we leave our current place of comfort and go through that passageway into the new land, we find ourselves going down a slight little hill or a very gentle grade, might even be a path on it. And across that grade ahead of us is a bridge, a sturdy bridge, not a rickety Indiana Jones bridge across a great gorge where we're in jeopardy, but rather a sturdy bridge that has been there from the beginning of time. And as we cross this bridge, you could see and look below and see a running current of what looks like water, but it has a more viscous or light quality to it, but it emanates not only the negative ions of water, but something else, something to do with the source of all things. It is the source water. And see it and feel it as you cross the bridge to the other side. And take that into your heart. Take everything into your heart today. And on the other side, feel, yes, it is like the field that you left, but there's something a little different about it. It's a little spongier or a little bit more supportive. It's not hard. It will support, but yet it almost has a buoyancy that helps you with each step. And each step that you take, begin to feel yourself guided, that you're not alone in this journey. You may pass through some woods, you may not, but you can see getting closer and closer to this hill and mountain. And it looks a little daunting perhaps, but it is so clear, it is so illuminated, that pathway up, and there are resting places along that you say, I could make this journey. And think of those that you would like to have with you to support you, and take at least one being with you or series of beings that are in need of journeying with you to the top of this place, where it is a service of peace. There is no peace without service. About halfway up, as you begin this journey, the colors change. It might be reds and oranges and yellows, but as they go up, the colors begin to reflect the rainbow, and you reach a nice middle place about halfway up the mountain. Things are very green. And this is the cave of the heart. And at some other time, you might go into the cave of the heart where you are most able to heal and be yourself. It is always there, but you're going to continue up this hillside, this mountain. Perhaps you could begin to hear, is that Catherine's voice? I don't know. It's a heavenly chorus. It's wonderfully, qualities of sound and light are getting subtler and subtler, and the colors go into not harsh dark blues, but a very vibrant colors, and then into the ultramarines and the violets, and it gets closer and closer to the summit. But above you, you realize there's a cloud, a fog, a mist. And you recognize that to go further, you need your guide or guides. Or you will have to go past this cloud of unknowingness, of what you already know, of what you believe to be so, to truly be in the place of peace where what is reveals itself directly to you. So firmly grasp the hand or wings of those that are around you. And there, you can see the light on each of the steps. It's not a dangerous trek here. You're not in danger at all ever of falling off this mountain, but a sure path here that others have gone before you. And feel that support from behind as you make your way through this cloud. Pay no attention to any thoughts or feelings or images. Be mindful of them, but find yourself soon on the other side. And you can see just ahead, just above you, just a few short steps. There's a plateau. You couldn't see it from the bottom, in part because of the clouds, but now that you're there, as you get to the top, you could look around and you could see it's a pretty good sized plateau. And look around, look down. You might even be able to see down through the clouds from on high, over the clouds into the valleys, and see the whole world from here. But from this vantage point, you could only feel behind you and with you the love and the peace and the joy that is seeking to reveal itself below. And you might see places of conflict in the world, but you could see like light. You could see that, yes, there are conflicts, but see the tremendous light below you. Those are all the support systems on the earth that we just don't often see because of our day-to-day, but they're there. And see all the support down below in your town, in your valley, in your city, in your community, that there is the support that is needed below for you to achieve what you need to. And now turn towards this light and core that you're seeing. It's a fairly bright light, but the closer you get to it and the more that your eyes become accustomed to this bright light, you begin to see shapes and forms. It might be a temple, a church, a mosque. It might be a home that you were once in. It might be grandmother's home where you had chicken soup. It is a place of comfort. It is a place of deep, deep inner peace. And we're going to go through 3 passageways here, 3 doorways. The first is moving into that orb, that place of light. And as you do that, breathe in that light through every pore that you have. And your arms, your hands, they're glowing. Allow yourself to feel this. You are made of spiritual substance, and substance is the same word as understanding. It literally means the same thing. We are God's spiritual substance seeking to manifest in the world. We're God's understanding that is seeking a place in our hearts, our minds, our souls to share with others. We're all made of the same stuff. And feel it in an energetic level. You might feel it in your elbow, you might feel it in your being, but feel what it's like to be on the other side of this barrier, on the inside of that light. This would have been, in terms of Jerusalem, the outer court. This would have been a place where there might have been some commerce. It was a place to begin to gather and see what you see. Who do you see? Whom do you see? But feel right now the tremendous support, and please bring in, if possible, those that the one or those that you brought up that need healing. They need it, and you need it equally. They may not want to go further than this place, but you have been given access to the Holy of Holies. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. And now proceed further. And there are many gates inside here, and it's puzzling. Do I go here, there? And again, let the guide say, aha, this is your entrance into the next place. Might be around the back. It will be whatever your imagination and your calling is. And if you do not see a place and you're staying in this outer court, that is fine. You're already in that place of peace, and you'll find your way into the deeper places in your own time, in your own way, with your own teachers and your own support system. But do try to imagine going into the next place and see there's the door. It's a gate. It doesn't open inward, by the way. It, like all spiritual, it's a gate that opens outward. But you could knock. You can say, I'm here. And let that door open wide, and again, another light, an even deeper light. And you're getting used to this transition into a deeper light. And now align your body from the top all the way to the bottom. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in the top of your head. Feel the assuredness that it is, because you are truly a child of God, loved unconditionally. Wherever you are, God is, and wherever God is, you are, and you know that in this place. And now, of course, it's time for the paperwork. You're being given a scroll. And what it's saying on it, there's nothing to sign, it's already filled out. No caveats, no co-insurance. It's simply saying you belong here. And it might even begin to reveal more of your Dharma, more of your work. But most assuredly, you're there. Your place is assured in the Holy of Holies. But this is your new basis for your new identity, your new soul identity. It requires no work. The work's been, you're doing the work. Give thanks to this papyrus, this scroll, and go in now to the centermost portion of this mountaintop temple of peace. And now do try to imagine a building of some kind. It could be a very simple hut. It could be something larger. But now picture a structure. Again, as I said earlier, it could be grandma's house. It could be a temple, such as your imagination has. It could be even open air. So some columns and the open air. But something that says yes. And now as you come into this place, yes, you have your passageway, but imagine there's a flame, a violet flame at the center of this. And you're being asked to write down and put on a scroll that is there. This you have to write. Could be pen and ink, but all the things that you need to let go of and want to let go of, that you may feel inner peace. The self-judgments, the thoughts, the fears, the pain of the outside world, even the pain of the outside world, what it is, just take a moment to reflect, what is it that I need to let go of, that I may recognize and experience the child of Godness that I am. What can I let go of? What do I need to let go of? And write it down. Don't think about it. Just write it down. And very simply, go over to the center of this ever-burning violet flame and let it go. You've been carrying it way too long. And it's just symbolic. But the awareness inside of what you need to let go of to be in peace is always available. And the first step is to let go of what you know that is blocking that. And see the paper just go up and puff of smoke. It can be as easy as that. It need not be hard on my fellow human beings, fellow children of God. It's not harder than that, but it requires simply to acknowledge it, and to say, I no longer need this. And there should be some measure greater inside your heart about the feeling of peace, greater assuredness, greater acknowledgement of, yes, you have something to offer. This world needs all of the children, the peacemakers. Well, God is the peacemaker, but all of the peace allowers. Only God makes peace. But if you want to allow peace, allow yourself to let go of anything that keeps you from that. That is your choice. Now, there are long lines to get to this place of peace. You could spend time in the future to come back, but as you take this feeling of peace with you, on the way out, you'll have another scroll. You had the one that let you in there, but you're handed another one. And this will give you some guidance as to how to help others. Maybe the one maybe they've journeyed with you all the way to the inside, maybe they're on the outside, but we'll give you ideas and thoughts about how to help your fellow man in whatever form God has given you to do. It is equal in weight to the entrance to it. As you are given entrance, so are you given service. And take that with you, and you will. The Almighty will support you. It will absolutely support you in what you receive here. And as you come out of that first place into the second chamber, just feel the goodness. Allow yourself to feel some joy, some peace, some unity. Allow yourself to feel. The most important thing is to feel it. And as you come out to that outer courtyard, you're still within that bubble of the energy of this palace, this place of peace, of this New Jerusalem. This is the third temple, by the way. The third temple will not be physical in that way, and attempts to physicalize it will only create conflict, as we see on Temple Mount. But this is the spiritual Temple Mount. This is the New Jerusalem. And it's in consciousness, of course. And as you come out to that outer court, you'll begin to make the journey back home, back down into your lives. But you will always have those two scrolls, one which will give you entrance, and one that will perhaps be rewritten on at different times and places, but will always give you absolute clarity and assuredness of its ability to be accomplished. But one does not accomplish it by oneself. So just before you leave this plateau and go down, take a look into the valley or the place that you would come from and see, are there lights down there? Are there the bright lights that Bud so often talks about? Are there the bright lights down there? Are there other places around the world where there are these bright lights? Fellow beings that resonate at that same candle frequency of peace that you do, with the same qualities. And then feel the support downward, even as you felt the support upward. Feel as you go through this mist, it's not so hard anymore because you've been there. You've been to the top of the mountain. You feel the coolness, the wetness of it briefly, and then down you go again. And you might in the future want to go to that cave of the heart with all these treasures that you have. But take the journey back down the mountain. Make sure the person or persons you brought up are with you. It's okay to leave them on the top, but it is good to help support them on the way down and in the real world. And then come back at the base of that, look upwards, bow down perhaps 3 times and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. For you've been thrice blessed. And then come back across that field and that bridge. I just love the feeling of the bridge, the weight, the solidness of it as I cross back over and see that stream and feel the stream perhaps in a different way of source underneath you. So that is one of the 4 rivers that flows in paradise. And then as you come to the other side and get your feet grounded more back into the earthly consciousness, it won't be as spongy. It'll be a bit more like walking on grass or whatever surface. It feels firm. And come back finally to that center place where you began. And it might be good. It might be a wise idea to just feel the hand of the being to your right and to the left. And just go, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, amen, amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Give hugs abound, give smiles and high fives, and come back into your body and know that that support in your journey to peace is always there. And begin to feel your fingers and hands move and come back into your body. And you might want to take some time to write some of your experiences down. As we take this all in, Bud will masterfully support us in contextualizing it and sharing it. So take a moment. And when you're ready, Bud will be able to take questions or provide ways to share your experience. Over to you, Bud.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That was a very powerful meditation. Very, very powerful meditation. Our next section will be an opportunity for you to share with us, with all of us, this theme of peace. And what does peace mean for you? What does peace mean to you? We'd love to know. And if you'd like to share your thoughts on peace and perhaps share your experience of the guided meditation or any aspect of the service, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. So what I'd like people to do is use your reaction button, and you can raise your hand or you can just raise your physical hand. If your camera's on, I'll be happy to call on you and you can come forward and share your insights on peace. I want to start by just sharing my experience of the meditation. My outcome state was one of expansiveness. As I burnt the scroll of the things that I was releasing, it gave me this opportunity to just feel this expansion of the heart. One of my favorite all-time Christmas movies is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and I think of it when his heart expanded 3 times. And that's that wonderful notion of allowing love to just open up and expand and extend. So I'd like to call on any of our clergy who would like to share their experience of peace, their thoughts of peace as well. I think you put us all into silence, John. The silence of a candle.
Well, I guess I'll say something. I really appreciated this opportunity to come together as a group, try to explore and bring up peace within us, because all over the world there are crises and conflicts, and also in our smaller world that we live in, our neighborhood, our home, our family, ourselves. And this has been a beautiful opportunity to really try and create something with these wonderful people and with you all here that will bring peace to us, to really try and I feel peaceful myself, having been through this much of the service, and there's more to come after this. But using the tools that we have to bring peace inside of us, because it really has to start there. Mother Teresa used to say that, start in your own little area, and but first of all, starting within yourself, trying to be able to create that peace, because there's always going to be something that is disturbing, or not to be depressive or anything, but things come up in life. There's happiness, there's sorrows, and to be able to find that place of peace, that's a beautiful thing that I'm striving for. So
Thank you, Catherine. I so agree. It has to start with us, doesn't it? Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's go ahead and move forward with the service. We still have a few more things that we'd like to share and offer. If a thought of peace does come to you, feel free to share it in chat. I would like to invite Carla Leone to come forward now and share a metta practice with us. Carla.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. James, Reverend Bud. So I'm grateful to have been invited to bring forward a short metta practice. I received this practice from Sharon Salzberg, who is a teacher in the field of mindfulness, and she is a great source of guidance, particularly in metta, which is the Pali word for loving kindness. So this will be maybe 5-minute practice, and you can have your eyes open or shut if you'd like. If they're open, just have a soft gaze downward. So let's arrive in the present moment. Let yourself get comfortable, inviting awareness to find a sense of ease, find a sense of support in the body, a posture where the body feels relaxed, allowing the shoulders to relax back and down, inviting the softening of any areas of tension through releasing on the out-breath. And metta is a practice of repeating phrases, which can help us to open the heart of compassion both to ourselves and others. It's a heart-opening practice. I'll repeat the phrases and you may say them out loud, quietly or silently. And we'll begin by saying the metta phrases to self. May I be safe and protected. May I be joyful. May I be well. May my heart be at peace. Bring to mind a mentor or a guide, maybe somebody who was helping you on your journey up the mountain that we were led to before. And the metta phrases will be said to that person, to that guide. May you be safe and protected. May you be joyful. May you be well. May your heart be at peace. Now the metta phrases will be directed to all the people in this room. May we be safe and protected. May we be joyful. May we be well. May our hearts be at peace. And now the metta phrases will be directed to all the beings in the world, particularly those who are suffering. May all the beings in the world, above us, besides us, in front of us, and behind us, be safe and protected. May all the beings in the world be joyful. May all the beings in the world be well. May all the beings in the world have a heart full of peace. And in this last moment of the meditation, invite the heart of compassion to open, both for yourself and for all others. Peace to you, love to you, life to you, Sat. Guess it's back to whoever is next.
Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. I'd like to invite Reverend Laura to come forward and help us all to extend peace. Reverend Laura.
We know that all minds are joined in a great universal consciousness. So when we join intentionally through our hearts, love, compassion, and peace arise and are amplified without effort. We now, with our joint intention, extend that peace throughout the consciousness of humanity, the world, and the cosmos. Over to you, Reverend Catherine, for our last song.
Always forgetting that mute button. Thank you, Laura, Carla, everyone participating in the service. It's very touching to be here together with you all. I'm going to close out our service with a song I wrote called Blessings of the Day. As the sun shines down through my window, as the birds sing their daily song, I hear the hum of the world that surrounds me. Blessings of this day are real. Come hear my story. Come hear my song. I sing for love alone. In this world we were made for loving, so bring it back on home. This life is a beautiful journey, a unique, unexpected trip. As I open my eyes to another day, blessings of this world are before me. Come hear my story, come hear my song. I sing for freedom, freedom alone. In this world we were made for freedom, so bring it back on home. Walk your path with your head held high. Reach out and hug the world to your heart. As you travel on your way, open your eyes. Look around, so much to see, so much to do, so much to learn. Peace on earth, goodwill between all people, growing strong, loving well, and living well. Open up your heart and share your love. The blessings of this day are within you. Come join my story, come join my song. I sing for unity, for peace and joy. In this world we were made for each other. Oh, won't you bring it back on home? In this world we were made for loving. In this world we were made for freedom. In this world we were made for each other. Why don't you bring it back on home? Thank you for joining us, and have a very blessed and peaceful day. And let's take all that we've gotten from this service, any peace that we've gotten, and bring it out into the world and share it with others. Our heartfelt appreciation goes out to the divine, to New Light Temple and All Faiths Seminary International, who helped us to facilitate this, the Paul Winter Consort for the song The Silence of a Candle, Melanie Light and her artwork, this beautiful artwork with the candles, Procession of Light, to our peace and light bearers, and to every one of you. So thank you for joining us. Namaste. Have a peaceful day.